Rain, rain, rain. Whoa, there was some heavy rain last night here at the old farmhouse. How you going? Coming at you on my new Galaxy S10 Plus. I don't know if it's any better. I was going to go out this morning and shoot a rabbit. We'll turn that light off. But I don't know if I get a chance with that rain. They don't come out so much when it's like that. Dayla just left. She's heading into the mountains with a bunch of mates. God, I hope she's going to be okay in this weather. I think she knows what she's doing, but like a father, you always worry. And she brought in Chad, which she had in their house truck last night, because she was a bit worried about any rats. Morning, dogs. Hey, Pace. Hey, Chad. You guys keep each other warm. We didn't have a fire in here last night, so I hope you did. Hey, B. Hello, B. Good boy. Aren't you? Both want to give me a cuddle. Hey, Pace. Good boy, Pace, hey? Oh, he's a good dog. Oh, yes, you are. Good dogs. Good place to keep dry. Chickens all under the trailer. But you're not, are you, mate? No. Breakfast is looking pretty healthy, isn't it? So what we've got here, we've got some wild pork medallions that's taken from the undercut. Got some spinach, bit of bacon, some mushrooms down there, couple of eggs, capsicum or bell pepper if you're in America, tomatoes, bit of cucumber, and lots of good chomping and chewing. These medallions are the most tender cut that you can have. Really, really delicious. That's an understatement. This Suppress 22 was bought by Winky and his mates in Australia, and they combined with Gun City in Christchurch, who paid for half of this as well, and sponsored it for a young fella that I take out, or took out at least, called Jordan. The video is called The Boy with Skills, so if you get a chance to watch that. And this has been held for him by me until he's 16, and then I'm going to gift it over to him once I see his firearms license. He was about 11 when I first took him out. So this young fella had a disease, or has a disease, where he grows these tumours in his lungs all the time. Very, very debilitating. It means a lot of time in hospital. His mother Samantha is taken to hospital quite regularly. So we took him out shooting, and this rifle's for him one day, but I'm holding it and I use it on all the other young guys I take out. This is the ammo I'm using. Let's go and see if we can get a rabbit. Well, there's normally like 2 or 3 just around here, but they hate the rain, eh? They just don't come out for it. I don't really fancy my chances this morning. You know, the same rules apply for shooting a rabbit as they do for shooting a deer. Don't be seen, don't be heard, don't be smelt. You've got to be stealth, and I learned a lot about stalking animals when I gave myself the blowgun challenge. If you ever get a chance, watch that video where I shot a... Well, there's a big hare going across the paddock there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's a nice big hare. Might shoot after here this morning, but he's a beauty. It's on the neighbour's property, so I couldn't shoot him anyway. A bit far away. Anyway, that's on Harry's orchard, and if I shoot over there, I'll be breaking the law because it's his land. I'll sneak around the corner around here and see if there's something. Wouldn't mind a bit of duck. A couple of rabbits here on the fence line. At my neighbour's place again. Jesus, phone's got some zoom on it. It's incredible. It's a long way away. I can zoom in. Not bad, the old Galaxy SS10 Plus. Right, we'll carry on up here and see if there's a rabbit around the corner. Pukeko. I've eaten pukeko before, and we are actually allowed to shoot those here, but that's not on the menu today. People say that you can't eat pukeko. The old story goes you stick a pukeko in a boot and a billy and boil them up and throw away the pukeko and eat the boot because they're so tough, but that's not true. If you breast them out, they're nice eating, make a good stew. Not the smoothest transitioning zoom, but it does work. I'm sure I can learn to work it better than I am. Now our pond is full of ducks, and I just love to take one of those green-head mallards off there, but the landlord said nah. Duck would be my favourite meat of all meats when it's done properly. I like the Peking duck. The fat on it's delicious. Wouldn't mind just head shooting one of those and putting it in the pot. But I've got to respect my landlord's wishes. And I guess the ducks need a sanctuary, because it's duck shooting season right now. Just saw a rabbit go around the corner here, a good sized one. So I'm going to put the phone down and see if I can sneak up behind those two pine trees at the end there. Use it as shelter, and see if I can get a nice clean headshot. I'm not actually sure it's a rabbit or a hare. Right between those two pine trees there. I'll zoom in. I'm loving the zoom on this bloody phone. You guys see that? Just as far as I can zoom in. Yeah, hard to tell. Got some shags above me making some noise. Oh, there's actually two there. I'm way too far off for a headshot. It's probably a good 60-70 metres. It's zoomed in right now, but keen to snot one of them. I have got the option of sneaking up further and going behind this pine tree over here. That'll put me closer, another probably, I don't know, 8 metres, but also risk getting seen. Same principles apply to deer stalking or any other hunting. Don't be seen, don't be heard, don't be smelt. Right, we're a bit closer now, probably about 50 metres. Okay, I'll put this phone down and take the shot. Well, that went pretty good really, considering I don't have a magazine in my rifle. She's only a single shot. I have got one, but I've lost it. I hid it somewhere so it would be safe. Now I can't find it. I didn't just shoot the one rabbit, I managed to knock them both over. I did one a head shot and the other one was a body shot. That's one for the dogs. Yeah, clean as a whistle. That's the good thing about science, it doesn't make too much noise and you get that chance to get that second shot because they don't know where quite it came from. Such a neat little gun, really handy. And this is the challenging part, getting under the bloody electric fence. That's a ball fence, that, without getting a shock. It's been fun rolling around the ground. I have been whacked with this thing more times than I care to remember, and I can tell you it's no fun at all. Right, let's go and see our kill. Beautiful morning. There was only 2 rabbits in this paddock and I got them both, so I'm really pleased about that. And no suffering, kill shots instantly. Just down here, really lucky to get something this morning because it's been raining all night and the chance of actually finding something out is pretty rare. Here we go. Oh, they're good size. Look at you, mate. Oh yeah, happy days. It's a big rabbit. Now this is the one I body shot, and this is the one that I head shot. And this one here is the female, and I knew she was because she's smaller. I'm pretty sure that this one here is a male. Has he got nuts? Yes, he has. So that's dog tucker. Good condition. Really wintered well. Headshot was just there. And the body shot will be, this guy will be right through the engine room. It'll be somewhere in there. So, a really good result. G'day, mate. Like the smell of that, eh? What you little bastards chase half the time, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you're going to get some nice rabbit insides in a minute. It's amazing the use I've had out of this old fridge here. Apart from the fact it doesn't go, there's the cord and the water down there, but there's bugger all guts inside it. but as a storage facility and a bench. I must have chopped up, I don't know how many rabbits on top of this, probably a couple of hundred. Possums and chickens and ducks. It's a great platform to work on. Dogs are all curious about this rabbit lying down here. Aren't you fellas? Hey? Good dogs. So the pros and the cons to doing these snap vlogs. The pros are it's just so bloody easy. I can go out and shoot a rabbit like I've done now in this case too and show you what I'm doing. Piece of piss. Hey, it's just real time happening from one moment to the next. There's no like, oh, get that frame right, it's just happening. So it's not perfect, but it gives you a more real feeling and of being there, and it really is. It's very, very honest. If I make a mistake, I keep on going. You'll notice I stumble on words occasionally, but I don't edit it out because I'm not doing any editing. That's pros. Yeah, it's just fun for me. The cons are, in this case here, I want to drop the guts out of both these rabbits and skin them and gut them. And it'd be good to show you that. Not that the algorithm on YouTube would like it. They'd straight away demonetize a video if I showed you that, because that sort of thing's violent, apparently. I can't show you because I'm holding the camera always with one hand, ready to hit the pause button. So if I set it up in a place and do the cuts and stuff, then I've got to go over there and, you know, it's too much mucking around. So that's the downside. It's amazing the nerves, eh? This rabbit's like been killed, like probably dead now for, I don't know, 20 minutes since I've been mucking around. You can still see them moving in the back. They have a lot of nerves, rabbits. So what I'm going to do is just take the skin off and gut them. Now I think I may have showed you this before, I'm not sure. This came from Gun City. I bought it here in Motueka, Gun City, off Clay, that's his name, that's right. And we actually filmed it in the shop, but I didn't get a chance to use it because the phone did an update and cancelled the whole bloody stuff. But it's got a gut hook on it, and I bought that so I could strip skin pigs using that solely. But I also bought it because I liked what was in the back of it. I'll leave that undone for now. In the back it's got this, it's upside down, it's got the saw, which is just such a bloody handy thing to have. You know, you can go through a brisket with that on a pig. So if you're out in the bush, you probably wouldn't take this into the bush, it's too heavy, the whole thing. But if you're at home, just doing a little job, you know, you can saw any bit of bone off with that. It's really handy. But what it really has that I really love is this, I think you call it a caper's knife, is that, or a caper knife? Somebody correct me, one of you hunters that knows more than me. Is that called a caper knife? I think it is. For doing, like, you know, caping an animal and that. But this is really handy for the likes of rabbits, so that's what I'm going to use this morning on these fellas. Well, that's the female. You can see the backstrap muscle still twitching away there. And no meat wasted, nice clean headshot. Most of the meat's in the back legs and back straps. Not a big rabbit, but enough for a feed for me. You guys love it, wouldn't you, eh? It took me about 5 seconds to whip that skin off. That's how fast it is. And you can see it's around the head there, and I just whack the head off and she's all clean. One clean rabbit, beautiful meat. So we've got heart, lungs, kidneys, all the bits and pieces, intestines, head, liver, and that's going to be tucker for dogs, and this one's going to be whole tucker. I may give this whole one to Bruno, I haven't decided yet, or maybe I'll cut up for the pups, but this is going in my cooler right now. This is an old Samsung fridge which I gutted, and I use it for hanging my meat. Now the hanging method I'm doing with a rabbit is called a tender hang. That's how I hang all my meat, whether it's a deer, or a pig, or a sheep. What it does is it takes the stress off these muscles here. So a lot of you hunters will put a hole through the tendon here and you'll hang it from there, but that stretches the leg. This is a much better way to hang any sort of meat, just through the pelvis there. And tomorrow, 24 hours later, even a bit later because it's morning still, tomorrow night we're going to show you guys what I do with rabbit, and it will be delicious because I love rabbit. My father's the same, eh? Dad always liked rabbit, sort of got off it as he got a bit older, but out of here and rabbit's my favourite. It's just a beautiful meat. The only thing with it is it doesn't have a lot of fat, so you've got to add something to it to make it taste good. Right, we'll go and feed Bruno his big rabbit. One semi-skinned male rabbit. You can see we went through the engine room, absolutely smashed it. But before we give that to you, Bruno, you can come for a run. Yeah. That's a long piss, mate. You were holding that all night, eh? How was the storm? Pretty rainy, eh? You good boy? Every time Po comes out. She coming on heat? Stay. 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 Puppy hasn't learnt that yet. Stay. Stay. Come. Oh, you don't want to get your feet wet, do you? He jumps right out to here. He's a real dainty little dog. Well, somebody found a rabbit's tail. Come up for a pat to Jay. Good boy. Good dog. He's mixing it up with the big fellas, stretching their legs. Pace still on the heel. And that was my snap vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you still watched the end. And be good. Can't be good, be careful. I'll see you tomorrow. Right, time for a walk. Go near Bruno's rabbit.